Hey everyone, okay, so today we're going to be talking about skin oxidization with foundation. You know when you apply foundation and suddenly you're orange in 2 hours time, it's deepened by 1 or 2 shades. The reason that happens is because the ingredients in not only skincare, but of course your foundation are exposed to the light and air, and boom, within a couple of hours they can change color. It happens the majority of time on those of us with oily skin more than it does on dry skin. So this video we're going to talk about what we can do to combat it. So let's talk about the easiest thing, and a lot of people do this and it works for them. That is picking a foundation that is a shade lighter than your skin tone. A lot of people do this and it can and does work, particularly if you are very prone to oxidization. This can go a long way. The second thing is to apply less product. The less you have on the skin, the less chance there is of it oxidizing, because it becomes an oily mess and it looks thick and heavy. And the thicker and heavier the foundation, the more chance it is to oxidize because you've got so much of it on. But you may like a full coverage look. The other way to do this is to make sure that you have set your foundation. Now, it's really, really important that when you set the foundation, you are setting it with something that will not change its color. It should have no color in it, 0 color. So don't use a pressed powder with color in it, because that's only going to exacerbate things. Make sure it's 0 color, either Laura Mercier translucent powder, which really is pretty colorless, or RCMA no color powder. Anything with 0 color, can make a big difference. The next and most important step that you can do to prevent the oxidization happening is to absorb the excess oils in your face before you powder. So you've done your foundation and you look delicious. Take a sponge, any sponge, this sponge. Take a tissue, this tissue will do. Pop it into here. You've seen me do this. Take it and create a little kind of parcel for yourself so it looks a little something like that. Come on, look, it's focusing on my eye. Stupid. So you create a little parcel. Now, before you do anything else, you've got your foundation on, your concealer on, you're about to powder. Before you powder, take this everywhere, all over your face. Absorb all the excess moisture and excess pigment that is on your skin. You'll come up with color. You just want to take the tissue, take your sponge out, turn it upside down, and repeat that process. So this will do 2 things, as I mentioned. You're taking away the excess oil, you're taking away the excess pigment. When you powder your skin, it won't look cakey, which is marvelous. So whether you're going all over with a powder puff, which I recommend, or precision powder on the areas that need it, it's not going to cling to it because you've taken away the excess oil and the excess pigment. And this is one of the most important steps in any makeup application, is the absorption of excess product. Just by doing this, you can, and it won't prevent or stop the oxidization, but it can go a long way at making it a lot less severe, and you can go a lot longer without any issues. And it will also, the longevity of your makeup just goes through the roof with this kind of tip. So remember, try and avoid excess skincare products in the day other than your sunscreen. Try and use this technique to take away all that excess product. Remember, the more product on the skin foundation, the more chance it has to oxidize when it hits the air. So there you go. That is it. I mean, I know it's pretty simple and simplistic, but trust me, this little technique all over will make the biggest difference out of all of it. Promise. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so you've made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I just want to talk about something it's on my mind because I'm feeling it at the moment. So as a lot of you know, and I mentioned in a previous video, I've had a lot of dental issues over the course of my adult life, starting in my early 30s. And I'm 43 now. And I don't quite know why it happened or what happened, but along the way, my teeth started to basically die. And I've had 2 root canals on the upper part of my teeth. And I've had 8 on my lower set. I think at least 8. I just had one recently. And I've had nothing but trouble with my teeth. And recently I had another root canal done. And this one was my own fault. The tooth broke, the filling broke during lockdown, and I waited almost a year to get it fixed because it wasn't bothering me. And that was a mistake because it got an infection in it and it started to hurt. It needed a root canal. The root canal, now I've had, as I mentioned, lots of root canals, and I've always gone to an endodontist to get it done. And touch wood, they've always been painless. This one, I didn't go to an endodontist. It was a very awkward tooth. The dentist was lovely, but it was an awful time. And I felt a lot of trauma going on. Since then, it has started to hurt, and I took a course of antibiotics. It went away for about 3 weeks. It's now back again. Now on another course of antibiotics. There doesn't seem to be an infection in the x-ray, but this is throbbing permanently. And I'm just up to here with my teeth because they are quite literally disintegrating, and you wouldn't think it to look at me because I had the top set veneered, and it was done for cosmetic purposes as well as, ironically, restorative, because my upper teeth were so badly damaged that when they did the veneers, they basically did a crown. I mean, these are pretty much all crowns rather than, I mean, they're called a veneer, but it's basically a third of the tooth was taken away because it was so damaged. And the bottom set are the ones that are upsetting me the most because they're the ones that are causing me the most amount of pain. And I've had to have this set here replaced and ground down because they were just in a horrific state. And it's been this ongoing problem because I mentioned about all these root canals, and what's happened is on the x-ray it's showing that 3 of the root canals have infections in them that are currently I don't feel any pain in. And I went to get a second opinion of it, and they said no point doing a re-root canal, you're going to lose them, we might as well pull them out and put an implant in. And that's great, fantastic, you do that. Are you going to pay for that? Because you just told me it's nearly 3,000 a tooth and you want to do 3 of them. So are you going to pay? Or, and it's like my mind is, this past week all I've been thinking about is the fact that this tooth has been throbbing, and the fact that there are 3 others that have infections in that are inactive at the moment, but you can see them on the x-ray, and they're probably going to start to boil up. And am I going to lose my teeth? And these are visible teeth, so I can't not be without them. But I don't have that kind of money at hand to just go, oh, go on then and do it, because my teeth have cost me an absolute fortune when you count how many root canals I've had done and the restorative work that I've had to have done. Yeah, I'm going to take out a massive loan. I'm going to take out a 20 grand loan and get them done. You know, it's just, this week has been miserable because all that's been happening is this tooth has been throbbing, and I've been backed and forward to my poor dentist, and each time they're grinding down the tooth a little bit more because the tooth just feels massive in my mouth, even though it isn't. But every time I clench my teeth down, I'm feeling it all the time, and it's just this constant throb. Just sick of it. Anyway, so I thought I would moan to you lot since no one else listens to me. I thought I'd moan. But there you go, that is the story of my teeth. They look great, you know? But they're not, they're absolutely horrific. And, you know, there's the future trouble that comes when you have teeth that aren't real anymore, that are fake, right? There's problems that come with that, like replacements of them, and more issues to roots in the teeth that have been veneered or crowned. Just fed up with it. I have this horrific feeling that I'm going to end up losing pretty much all of my bottom set at some point, and it just freaks me out. It really does. Anyway, thanks for listening. I do appreciate it because I don't, say anything to anyone. So, it's nice to talk. Anyway, thanks for your time, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.